Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
We gon' run this town.
Attention book lovers and literary enthusiasts. Mark your calendars for an unforgettable celebration of storytelling and community. The ICU Reading Literary Experience, powered by Bray, is coming to Detroit, Michigan on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. Prepare for an exciting day filled with author meet and greets, book signings, and immersive panel discussions designed to enrich your literary experience. Whether you're a devoted reader, a budding writer, or someone who simply loves a good story, this experience is for you. Together, we'll celebrate the power of words and the connections they create. Join us in Detroit for the ICU Reading Literary Experience, powered by Bray, where literature, creativity, and culture collide. Save the date, spread the word, and I see you there.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Tam Telling Tales. Tam Telling Tales. Tam Telling Tales. Tam Telling Tales.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
No offense, but my heart is reserved for someone else.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
Lord, I need you.
Hey everybody. So listen, I'm about to get pulled up on this screen where y'all can see me a little bit bigger. Yes, there we go. Yes, honey, there it is. There it is. Hey everybody, it is Tam Telling Tales, and I am here with an awesome cast. You guys, I have Daddy, I Love Him. I've got the writer, EP, and stars of the film with me on tonight. So you guys make sure that if you haven't already, share this live right now on your Facebook, on your YouTube, because we want to get into this thing, okay? So we have the film Daddy, I Love Him that is out right now, streaming on YouTube and on Tubi. And if you have already watched the film, I know that you enjoyed it. If you haven't watched the film yet, then I know that you will. The weekend is right around the corner. I know y'all gonna have y'all some free time. I know y'all gonna have y'all moment to sit back and be like, oh, you know what? I need something good to watch on the TV. And Daddy, I Love Him is just the thing. So you guys, without further ado, I want to first introduce myself. I am Tam Telling Tales. I am here on your screens on social media all the time, y'all. And if you are not following me yet, please make sure that you go ahead and do so. I am Tam Telling Tales on all social media platforms. So make sure that you're not only sharing and watching, but that you hit the notification bells on all of them so that when I do upload something, you get a notification about it, okay? Because I have good stuff like this going on all the time, and I know y'all want to know about it, okay? So I'm going to be introducing all of my guests for this evening. We're going to pull them up one by one. So first, we're going to start off with the person who made it happen. One of the writers of the film. We're bringing up the man that does it all over there at Podcastic, as well as a great designer and clearly a film writer and an author and an EP. And he just does all the things. Okay, you guys, welcome Mr. Miles Dixon to.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hello there.
Girl, you so gorgeous, Tam.
Okay, well, thank you. But listen, this not about me on this evening.
Okay,
This
I'm
is
sorry.
about Daddy. I love him. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes,
So
it
we're gonna
is.
be giving all of the compliments. We're gonna be giving all of the I'm ready to fight somebody about this movie on today. Because I had those moments. I did.
Right.
I sure did. Okay. And so next up, we're going to bring Mr. Mike Jeffers onto the screen, y'all. This man right here. So let me tell y'all about when he came to the studio with me. It was like his birthday, right? And so then
Yeah.
and then we was like, and yup,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
I'm telling.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you guys, we have the star of the film, executive producer of the film as well. He plays Sonny. Um, and the verdict is still out on whether or not we like him or we don't. You know what I
What?
mean? Yeah.
What?
We're gonna talk about it. We will talk about it. Okay. So
Lovely.
say hi to everybody, Mike.
What's going on, everybody?
I pray that my love for you is.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's what I get for
Mm-hmm.
yeah, uh-huh. Okay.
Yep. Can't do
Minding
me like
business
that.
that ain't mine. Okay. Shout out to my producer who don't let stuff like that happen. And then next up, we are going to bring the funny lady herself. I mean, she is a Renaissance lady, you all. She does everything. Miss Crystal P is in the building. You come on up here to the stage, ma'am.
Sister,
Good evening, everybody. Hey,
Hello.
brother.
what's
Hey,
going
brother.
on?
So you guys, Crystal P plays.
Say that
I'm
10 times.
Barb. I would not. I got it out there one good time, and that's all I got in me. Okay, that's all I got in me. So she plays Aunt Barb. She gives us some of our comic relief in the film. She also gives us some good advice as
Yeah.
well. You know, just like a good auntie would do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she brings that flair to the film. We are so glad to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Okay,
Miles.
we got to
Hey,
talk to
baby.
Crystal because you may not remember me. I'm gonna tell you what I remember. Yep. Okay, we're gonna talk in a minute.
I'm
Okay.
scared to ask.
Oh no, it's not bad. It's probably bad on my end. It's not bad on your end. It involves cookies. Yeah, and bacon.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we have uh, the mama that the people love to hate, Miss Rose Gates. Will you come on up here onto the screen?
Come to the head of the class.
Come to the head of
Hey
the class.
y'all.
Hey girl.
What's going on?
Y'all
Well,
hate me?
Rosie.
Listen.
Hey Miles.
Listen. So, you guys, there we have our guest for this evening. This is the creator as well as cast members of the film Daddy, I Love Him. Again, it is currently streaming on YouTube as well as Tubi. I would just really like to encourage you all watch them on both. But if I had to tell you my preference, I would say YouTube because you get to look at the comments and see what other people thought about the film. And I like it over there a little bit more than I like it over on Tubi. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Miles, I know that this is your baby. If you had to say that there was a preference on where you wanted people to watch it, where would you say that would be?
Tubi. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
definitely Tubi. Tubi, but I love reading the comments. Like
Mm,
when I feel down some days, I just I go to YouTube and read the comments because that
I
makes
like.
me feel good. Because the comments, I mean, we got a lot of comments on there, and
Mm-hmm.
when you read it, they're like, "Oh my God, it's one of the best films" and all that stuff. And a lot of people films who I've seen that come from our area we have probably some of the most positive views you ever seen.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I agree. I agree. That's probably why I wanted to push advocate YouTube. But y'all,
We at
many of us
1.4.
Get
already
your
know how this
money.
thing go behind the scenes. Y'all know where the money resides.
Yeah.
Okay, so go on over there to the Tubi. Okay, do both. Okay, all
But
right.
we have 1.4 million views on YouTube right now.
That's what's up.
Okay. All right.
That's what's up. And we are hoping that we're going to increase those numbers because by the time we
Mm-hmm.
get done talking with our cast members, the people gonna want to watch it for the first time or watch it again.
Yes.
So, let's go ahead and do a little ice breaking, shall we? So, I always like to start off the show with just a little something. You know, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time on this because we want to talk about the movie, but I just want to ask a couple questions of the people on the screen. You know, is that okay with y'all?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Shoot.
So, let's see. This one is going to be for Mike. Mike, I'm gonna ask you
I
this
knew you was
question.
gonna. I knew you was gonna come to me
How
first.
did you know? How did you know? Okay, so who would you say on the in the cast cried the most?
The most, Candace, my
I
daughter.
agree.
I agree.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And let's see, Crystal.
Uh-huh.
Who would you say cracked the most jokes?
Ah, ah,
And that's kind
What?
of hard because all of y'all be.
I have to
What?
nominate myself.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can totally see.
Oh my
for, sh-
God.
Uh-huh.
for sure.
Rose,
Yes.
who would you say? And this, okay, this might be a hard one. You might have to throw somebody under the bus with this one. Okay, you ready?
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Who was most likely to forget their lines?
To forget their lines?
Yup. The pressure's on. What we doing?
To forget their
To
lines?
forget their
She
lines. Cause
said
you,
to
she,
forget their
yeah,
life.
she repeated
hmm
like uh
yeah.
she forgot what you just told her.
Hmm.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
guess
have
it
many
would be
lines,
wrong.
so I didn't have many lines, so I would dare not forget them.
To forget their
I
but
don't
lives.
think
so important.
I don't remember hearing. I don't remember, observing during my scenes anybody forget their lines.
Oh, that was
So
a very safe answer.
yeah,
hmm So
the
let me tell you.
scenes that I was in, I don't remember. I don't
Uh-huh.
recall.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let me tell you what usually happens over here, right? So, I ask these questions and there's an answer that someone has to give. It's not a right or a wrong, but you got to answer it. So if you choose not to answer it, like if you don't give me a definitive answer, then you got to sing my famous song to the world. Yeah. You ready? You ready? So you can either
Who,
tell
me?
me, yes, you. So you can
The
either tell me who was forgetting their lines, who you observed that wasn't in your scene, or you can sing my song.
No. Listen, that's not fair because in the scenes that I was in, everybody was excellent. Nobody forgot their lines.
Oh, okay. 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 Well, Rose, you knew over here. I'm gonna let you slide.
Now, one thing
Slide.
I can say is this was the first time, first day of rehearsal that everybody was on their lines.
Nah.
First
Oh,
movie that I ever done where everybody came in and was on their lines.
Yeah, and
oh,
they had some
okay.
heavy lines, but
Yeah.
they were really they were on point. So
That's
I
Mm,
because
don't
y'all
know.
demanded excellence.
okay. Well, I believe you. I believe y'all. Mike came through and he saved the day. So that's
Great
what.
casting directors.
So Miles, this question is for you.
I ain't doing it. I swear to God, whatever video you seen, it wasn't me.
I'm sure it was.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so if you had to replace any character with someone else,
Mm.
who would you have replaced with and who and why?
Mm,
Who else could have played Sonny?
Mike was irreplaceable on that end.
I don't like these safe answers. I don't.
Appreciate that.
Sing the song. Sing the song.
Okay. Who was second? Who was second in line?
First of all, Daddy, I love come from the play we did.
So I got replaced. If you want to just, I got replaced. So Miles, you don't even have to say nothing. I got replaced, and I still did the movie.
But but listen, I'll be very honest with you. It wasn't my fault. It was Mike's fault. Mike did.
Oh, that sounds like something Miles would do. That sounds like something Miles would do. That would. Okay, listen. So we're gonna ask a couple more questions. These are a little bit more specific. So this one is going to be for Crystal.
Okay.
Would you prefer to do a one-woman show or act in a film?
Oh God, that's a hard one.
I know, girl, because you're so good at both, you know.
I would have to say the one woman show
Okay.
because and it's challenging. People think, oh, okay, it's just you, but it's a challenge to do a one woman show. But when you do a one woman show, I'm responsible for me. When you do a film, you're connected to more people that you don't have control over.
Understood. I like it. Next question is going to be for Mike. Which one you prefer doing, sir? Singing or acting?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's a hard one.
It is. So with me, I love to entertain. So I just love entertainment in a whole. So it's kind of hard for me to say which one I like more. I think I just like them evenly.
Yeah, see, that's not how this go. Because Mike, you already know, like, if we were someplace else, you would have the option to act like this. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, the shot glass will be there waiting for you. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna let it slide. This a Christian-based film and everything. I'm gonna let some of this stuff slide. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
So it's a faith-based. It's a faith-based film.
Yeah. So I gotta let certain stuff slide.
So you can still drink. I know you got a glass on the side of you.
How you know? You don't know me, sir.
I see the reflection.
Water, huh?
Yeah, I used to put my liquor in that bottle.
Mike is telling Tam Tales.
Oh my goodness, I don't like it. I don't like
That's what he's doing.
Okay, so next up, I have my question for you, Rose. Do you prefer movie acting or movie acting or stage acting?
Well, I'm gonna say theater.
Okay, I like it.
I like theater better. I don't know if it's just the instant reaction that you get. Yeah, film to me it's been my experience that it's faster paced, if you will, because I don't have all those days of rehearsals and hours of rehearsals and week of tech. But all of those things is not. I love all of those things as it pertains to theater. So I'm gonna say theater.
I like it. Okay. Miles. So, which one would you rather do? Design or podcasting?
Podcasting.
I knew you was gonna say that because you like to run your mouth. Yeah.
Well, it's not just running my mouth. It's just like telling the truth. Like
running your mouth.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. But I definitely like podcasting because it's more thought provoking. When I design, it's all on me. Like so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I got one more question. This is for everybody. There is a wrong answer, which is to not answer. Okay. And so I need for you all to just go ahead and say an answer together. Okay. All right. So this is a preference.
Daddy, I love him. Oh.
Good answer.
So you two options. Tell me which one you prefer. Tam Telling Tales or Tam Telling Tales.
Tam Telling
Tales.
Yes, people. Yes, I love it. I love it.
I like it. Rose, you can't do that. Yeah, you was trying to do it. You couldn't get it right.
Miles, you're not supposed to do it either, but I mean, okay.
No,
You know, because you gotta have like a little taste of nail with it. You know what I'm saying? A little and little ba 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 boom with it.
No, yeah,
You know
that's
what
Right,
for
I'm
the
Tam.
women
saying?
Tell
You're
only.
him,
not,
tell him, tell him.
A
yeah,
little je ne sais quoi.
yeah, a little genius shit quiet.
I
You
don't
know
even
what I
like
mean?
gin. I don't even drink gin.
So, for all of you who are tuning in with us, you guys, this is Tam Telling Tales, and I'm here with some of the cast members and the writer of the film Daddy, I Love Him. This film is currently streaming on Tubi as well as on YouTube. So we are encouraging everybody to check it out. Now, this is not a new film, but one of the great things about storytelling is that once you have it, however, you gonna give it to the people, whether it's on pages or if it is in a film, it's there, right? And you get to enjoy it whenever. So, Miles, this film came out when exactly?
It's been out for a year, like a year and a couple months.
Okay, and so I watched it. I watched it roundabout when it first came out, and then of course rewatching it again. So that is the beauty of film, of course, is that you can enjoy it at any time. So we are definitely encouraging everyone who hasn't seen it over this last year to make sure that you tune in and check it out. And so we're going to go ahead and just get a feel for what the movie is about exactly. And so I'll probably lean in on all of you, really, because I'm sure you all have some insight on what this film presents to the world. So, Mike, with you being one of the executive producers as well as the star of the film, why don't you go ahead and give our watchers just a quick synopsis of Daddy, I Love Him?
I'm always the worst explainer, but I would say it is a film about trust, listening, being able to listen to your kids, your family, because a lot of times we do a lot of talking and not listening to each other, and
Mhm.
sometimes we miss important things. So this film is definitely something I feel like everybody should see because they'll be able to get something out of it and see some of themselves in some of the characters as well.
I totally agree. It very relatable. I think that so many of us have know a Sonny. They know a Auntie Barb. You know, you can watch this film and be like, that reminds me of.
Hmm.
So now you're gonna also have the people that you like. I want to like them, but they just don't act right, and that's gonna be Rose's character. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that was Rose's character. That was Kiki Mama. Okay, you know we want to like you because on the surface seem very unproblematic.
Yes.
However, if we dig a little deeper, we recognize that you had a lot more mothering to do. Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But if you dig, if as I look deeper into my character, in developing the character, I had some issues myself. So it was hard to me to give to my daughter what I didn't have within me, which is, as you stated before, it's relatable. All the characters is relatable. I'm sure people probably saw Kiki's mom and was like, "Oh, I remember when I took a blind eye, or chose my man over my daughter, or not paid as close attention that I needed to." Um, People don't like to admit that they have been down certain roads, but in all reality, there was some Kiki mamas out there watching and still watch the movie, and hopefully they're healed because the movie is faith based, and it
Mm-hmm.
is about calling, looking to God and relying on Him. So hopefully, people watched the film and said, "I remember when, but because of God, this is where I am now."
I,
So
oh, I
yeah.
so hope so. I definitely, definitely do. I believe that we have a clip from the film that just highlights a little bit of your character, Rose, as
Oh, okay.
Kiki's mom. I believe we may have that, so we'll go ahead and roll that beautiful beat.
Hey, baby. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just had a hard time sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, how about I get you some breakfast before school?
I'm okay. I have a breakfast bar. I'll just eat it on the way there.
Okay, baby. Well, have a good day.
Thank you.
Don't forget your book bag. Have a good day.
She's so precious.
She's beautiful, just like you.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child.
Listen. So, so let me say something real
I'm
fast.
pissed off
Okay.
again.
This because when I talked about how on the surface seeming very unproblematic, if somebody would just walk in and see that scene, they would be like, "Oh, okay, that's cute." They just sitting at the house. You know what I mean? Just all lovey dovey and everything. But what you did sitting there was you showed me that you knew. You knew something was up. I could read that you had an inkling that it was something going on, but you just didn't want to miss out on this relationship over here, and so you decided to just turn a blind eye. You ain't go searching like you should have, because if you had went searching, you would have found it. You know what I mean? You exemplified that for sure.
Well, that's
Running from the
good.
truth.
Yeah, I had to send a message over to Javon Long that played him. We ain't even go get him no name.
Him.
Said, "Sir, you done pissed me off." Oh,
Yeah.
again. Sure.
We kind of pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, it pissed off a lot of people. But like you said, it gives people a reflection of what may be going on in their own life and give them an opportunity to decide, like, you know what? I think I want to change this. I need to do something different.
And I would actually say, thanks to Richard Bass, he wrote that in. Richard Bass, he was the co.
Yeah.
He actually wrote that in, and I wanted to ask him what was he thinking, but never mind. I like, like what was on his mind, seriously. But no,
Yeah.
it came across in the film very great, so it was dope.
Yeah.
It definitely did. I'm glad to see it. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I knew something was up with that whole little piece of relationship once I seen them sitting on that couch like that first thing in the morning. Something was wrong with that. Okay, don't just be sitting on the couch in the morning time together like or close up like that. Wasn't no breakfast being cooked or nothing. I knew
She wasn't about cooking no breakfast.
clearly, this will never do. This relationship was doomed from the start.
Doomed.
Yeah, it was definitely destined to end quickly.
Absolutely.
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 So,
See, shout out to all of the app relationships. Everybody on the dating app.
yeah, what was the name of that app again, Mike?
What was
Get
the name of
Crush,
the app?
GetCrush.com or something.
Something.
No, it was. Oh shoot, I can't remember it.
But I don't think
Crush was it
Miles
Crush
like
on Crush
dating
on
apps
You?
anyway. That's why he did it.
She said shout out to all the dating app people.
CrushOnYou.com, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
remember. Just remember.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. I've never been on a date now.
Well, I'm glad you didn't like Kiki's mama.
Yeah, man. We didn't like Kiki Mama. We definitely didn't like Kiki Mama. But I'm gonna tell you who we did like. We liked us some Aunt Barb. Why I can't talk to no Aunt Barb? Yeah, we liked Aunt Barb,
Yeah.
Yes,
and
everybody love Aunt Barb.
yeah, because we feel like everybody has one. Like if your family doesn't have one, like that's so unfortunate for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go ahead, Miles.
No, I was gonna ask Crystal because Crystal, we did Daddy I Love Him twice, and Crystal also did the play. She did the play in the second on a rerun we did on the play, and Rose, you played in the first one.
Wife. Oh, she played both of them.
Oh, but she was the wife in one.
Wife in one, and
I
then
was the wife in one, and I was the other woman in the.
You were like Pam with the big butt. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you been all up in this thing? So I should have asked you which role did you like?
You asked the wrong question,
I
Tam.
asked
No.
the wrong question. Well, who you like being? Pam, Big Booty Pam. What's Heather character name? I
The
forgot.
wife. The
The
wife.
wife. Okay,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel. Boom, that can't cook. Or Kiki Mama. Which one?
The one with the most lines.
No, listen,
Y'all
it's a funny,
clown.
it's just a running thing because when I played Pam, I had 9 lines. And I was gonna play Pam again. And I ended up having to play Rachel that had a whole gang of lines that I had to learn in how many weeks?
It wasn't none. We had 4 weeks.
It's like 3 weeks, Miles. It was less than
Yeah,
that.
it was short.
It was less than that.
It was
Give me
short.
some credit.
But you
Yeah,
learned them though.
Because
Praise God.
what
Look
happened
at
is
you
that
did
sister
that.
right there. Look at
You
that
did
sister.
that. Hmm.
it was 2 other people prior to
Yeah.
that was gonna play the character.
See,
Oh.
I feel like I want to see the
But I'm gonna
stage
say
now.
I was definitely honored and thankful, grateful that they saw enough in me to say, "Oh, listen, Rose has been here. Let her. She can do this." And
Mhm.
so, thank you, Miles, Mike, Richard. Because I know that you guys had your powwow, and then I was able to play Rachel, which I did enjoy Rachel.
Yeah, that was all me
Rachel's
deciding
role.
you. That was all me deciding you being Rachel.
I don't believe
Okay,
you.
well, Miles then.
No, it actually was Melissa. I think it was Melissa.
Oh,
Uh,
Melissa. Yes,
Oh
Melissa.
man.
Yes.
Listen, I just feel like every time I be talking and having these interviews, y'all bring up Melissa and then somebody just, eyes start to water.
Hmm.
Y'all,
yeah. Yeah.
y'all be getting on my nerves with that.
Yeah. So I would say Rachel would be the one that I enjoyed the most.
Okay.
It
Okay.
it challenged me, you
I feel
know.
like just about every interview I have, Melissa is a part of.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
What a film that she's touched in some type of way, a stage play that she's touched in some type of way. Um, yeah, I can't think of a
Yeah, and
one.
it's crazy. She actually passed, like, was it like a week before we had to film?
A week and a half.
Mhm.
Mm,
It was a struggle, but
Yeah.
we got through it because we were actually contemplating canceling or
Yeah.
Yeah.
postponing filming it, but
hmm
Yeah. It
we
was.
knew she would have jumped on us from the sky
Killed
Yeah.
us.
and whooped us if we didn't complete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you
as
wouldn't
she
Yeah.
want her on
should.
you wouldn't want her on your back, especially coming from the
Okay,
sky. You
haunt
just
your dreams. Like, how dare you?
right, most
Right.
definitely.
Okay,
And we did call a meeting and we asked the cast. Said like, hell no, we want to do it. We was like, bet.
Ooh, that meeting was a
Woo.
struggle.
Heavy, heavy, heavy.
I
Heavy.
bet. I bet.
Oh no,
I bet.
no, it
You
was
guys
heavy.
pulled off an amazing film, though.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank you.
so glad you
Melissa,
decided to push
yeah.
through.
She was still the
Definitely.
producer of the. She's still down as the producer of the film.
That's awesome.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
miscredit her in the credit. Oh, I'm being petty. Um,
Oh, 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 oh,
Melissa definitely left an indelible mark on this film. Um,
Yeah.
and she because by me being in a play, doing the play version. Of course, the play is totally different from the movie. In the way you deliver it, and because I'm always comical and it's crazy and stuff, she really didn't want to cast me in the film. So I had to work to earn her respect and trust to do the film and audition. The role wasn't handed to me and just given over. I had to come in and prove that I could show that serious side of Barb and stretch. I had to really stretch.
oh.
And you
We
did that damn thing. And you gave the most ugliest cry. I knew you was the one. No.
Oh my goodness, ugly cries. Well, we definitely got some good conversation and some, lighthearted comedy in there. And I believe that we may have us a clip from Aunt Barb. So we'll go ahead and let the people take a view.
Yes, I got an A again.
Girl, cut out all that noise.
Auntie, I love you.
I love you too, Candace. Uh-oh. Candace, you got that glow in your eye. It's that old pizza delivery boy, ain't it?
Calvin?
Yeah.
No, not him. But I will tell you that I do feel like I'm in love.
Love? What you know about love, little girl?
I know enough.
Is that so?
I know that love really doesn't hurt, but some people do take love for granted.
And love ain't no word you should be throwing around like no old leather shoe from the Goodwill either, young lady.
Auntie, I know, but I also know this is real love.
Real love? Well, go answer the door, Mary J. Blige.
Auntie, you something else.
She said, I gotta throw this humor in here, okay?
Did you ad-lib that part, Crystal?
Yeah, I think I threw that in. You know me, always doing something.
Doing something. We got a comment from Kenya Burrell. She says she has skills.
Oh, I love Kenya. Thank you.
I know I love me some Kenya too.
And I love it. I love purple.
Yes, honey. Okay.
I love Kenya too.
Do you now? So, and that brings me to this. So, Crystal, remember I told you, like, oh, I gotta tell you a little story.
Uh-huh.
So, back in the pandemic times, the people was getting it how they gotta get it. And so we was out here learning how to cook and bake and things. And Crystal was out here doing the virtual baking classes, y'all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And here I was trying to make me some oatmeal cookies. Baby, I was in Chris's class, okay? And I thought I was doing something. Oh, you could tell me nothing. I was like, oh, I'm about to be out here baking. As soon as the world opened back up, I'm about to give me a whole man with my delicious cookies. Oh, okay. Oh, baby, the way I messed up.
Oh, that is
I'm like,
hilarious.
how am I watching her do it? Listening and everything, and I couldn't get it right.
It was so
Oh,
funny because I see the kids that were in those classes and they've grown up so much. I miss doing those classes too. We had a lot of fun, met a lot of people. And that was the blessing of doing things virtually during the pandemic. Just it was a lot going on. The things that we pulled off during that time, it sticks with you. It was a blessing. But yeah, I've been meaning to finish my cookbook. I need to jump on that and finish it.
yes, ma'am. I'm always encouraging the
Mhm.
people to finish their book. I love it. I love it so much.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
everyone who is tuning in, thank you so much for checking us out. I'm Tam Telling Tales. I am here with the cast of Daddy I Love Him. The film is currently streaming, so you don't have to wait. You can just go ahead, check it out. It is on Tubi. Head over there, watch the entire film. Make sure you see all of the commercials. You know what I mean? Okay, the whole
Mhm.
thing. All right. And if you want to put it on background, go ahead and do that. Yeah, because let's keep it 100. We know how this thing go. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. So if you're a Tubi watcher and you should know how this go. Okay. So if you enjoy the film, make sure that you go ahead and you watch that film as many
Look
times
at
as you
Miles
can
has his
until
hand up like
people
he in
to watch
class.
it. Okay, Miles, go ahead. It's your turn, sir. Go
I
ahead.
got a question for you.
For who? Miss Tam
Yes,
Talented?
Miss Tam Telling Tales. What
Yes.
what was your favorite part? in the film?
Oh.
I feel like favorite part. Favorite. Mm, I feel like when Pam showed up. When Pam showed up at the house with her
Oh, and
brother,
Crystal was acting the fool.
you know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? And then yeah, and when she wanted to, act like Clarissa Shields, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I had her man, and
Ooh.
all of the things, you know what I'm saying? Being so proud of being a side chick, breaking up a family,
Mm.
like in that moment, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it so much because it gave me a reason to like want to fight. You know what I'm saying?
You always want to fight. Cause
Yeah, yeah.
my
You feel like, ooh.
my
If I
friend
if I
called
had to go
me.
out here and be that would have been a moment. Cause I
She
was
can't.
sitting here like,
Mike, she
oh,
can't wait to fight.
why would they jump in front of these women? Just let them duke it out. Hey, violence works. It helps.
But my friend called
I didn't. I didn't want
my
the house
friend
doing that.
Got hit.
my
She
friend
should
from Philly had called me. My friend from Philly called me. She was like, "Hold on." What really blew me through everything is when he said "babe." When Mike said "baby," and both of them was like,
And both of
"What?"
them said, what?
mm.
Mike was laying it down.
um
Oh
mm,
God.
okay.
Wow.
I mean, well, you
It
know
was
what?
an
We gonna come
accident.
back. Listen, we gonna come back and
It
we
was an
are going.
accident.
We gonna talk to Mike about this whole laying it down situation. All right, right after we show y'all another clip from the film featuring Sonny, aka Mike Jackson.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Hey,
Yes.
Mr. J.
Hey, Key.
Hi, Mr. J.
Who's y'all talking about? Hopefully you gave me some tips on how to dress like a young lady.
Just some small talk. And no, I didn't touch on her clothes. Besides, everyone knows she doesn't have a good example at home. That stepfather that her mother found is real questionable to me.
Why you say that?
Oh, come on, Sonny. She met the man on crushonyou.com, then she marries him. I mean, Kiki just doesn't have a good example of father. And besides, the best one's already taken.
Yeah, I hope this best father's here long enough to see his baby graduate. Hell, even get married.
Speaking of which, Kiki told me that your daughter is dating an older man.
Wait, what? Nah. No, like my baby, she might like somebody, but dating ain't in the program.
Okay. Remember when my dad thought I was out with Pam, when really I was out at the park with you? Hugging and kissing and...
Oh, no, she grounded.
Baby, she hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah, that's the same thing your father thought. When in fact, you the reason why I suck my thumb after we make love.
Be quiet, Sonny.
It all started from the night at the park.
Look, that 4 minutes, I had to make my moves tight because you was acting like you didn't know what to do.
What? Whatever. That wasn't what you were saying that night. Had you calling me Hercules.
Yeah, I did. You are still my Hercules.
All
Hercules,
right,
Hercules,
Hercules,
Hercules.
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 Okay. Yeah. So was Pam calling you Hercules too?
She was.
You know what? You
She
was
was
supposed.
calling,
You was not supposed to say that.
she was calling the Mighty Mouse.
Mike was like
That
that
was
guy
Oh
that was
goodness.
running the hurdles and all this stuff was out.
Mm.
So listen, everyone who's tuning in, you guys, we are here with the cast of Daddy I Love Him, and we've just been having us a good time, just showing you guys some of the moments from the film. We've got some fun loving segments. We've got some deep ones as well. And while we're not going to be giving you guys a bunch of spoilers because we do want you to go and enjoy the film and not know everything that's going to be coming up, we still want you guys to feel like, man, this is gonna be a good film. I can't wait to watch it. And it has some great teachable moments in it. And I'm gonna pick on Rose again. If you had to identify things, two themes from this film that you enjoy seeing, what would you say those were?
Two things from the film that I enjoy seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually is one of my favorite scenes that you just showed. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, so and forgive me because I got a little bit of a lisp, right? So themes in the movie. So like for me, one of them would have been communication. Like I thought that was a theme that they presented in the film very
Oh,
well. Theme.
theme.
I'm
Oh, okay.
sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I
I
need to do
thought you
my
said things. Okay,
I need to do
theme.
my exercise, my vocal exercises. I'm sorry. So sorry. Okay.
So what a couple things that I loved was the unspoken presence of the relationship that Kiki had with God, because they didn't really talk a lot about God and the family in their little nucleus. You know, it was kind of touched on here and there. So that was kind of like an unspoken theme of her relationship that she had with God. And then friendship. That was a thing for me because Kiki, and even though Kiki and Aunt Barb, that's her niece, she was a friend. She showed Kiki like even how to be a friend to her friend, so that the friendship thing was kind of going on there with me, with those couple things. But friendship, and then the unspoken relationship that she had with God.
I like it. I like it. Shout out to Kiki. Cause I
Kiki.
love her character. She was a great friend. I loved how they came back together, even in the
Hmm.
midst of having that conflict.
Yeah.
First of all, it was for good reason. At the end of the day, it was for good reason. She expressed concern for her friend. She went to her mama, and I know that a lot of times we think that, oh, that's my friend. I got to keep my mouth closed. I got to keep it
Yeah.
secret. But if you really truly feel like somebody might be in harm's way, it's always a good idea. Open up your mouth and say something.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
Shout
Yeah.
out to
So
Rich.
yeah. He put that in there, huh?
Yeah, he
Shout out
Yeah.
to
definitely
Rich.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Shout
like
out.
that.
Shout
We
out.
definitely like that. Okay, so since we're talking about favorites, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna ask Miles. You wrote this, so I'm sure that this whole project is your baby. I know you love it all, but if you had to pick a favorite scene from this movie, which one would it be?
When Mike died,
I don't believe you.
no, I
Actually,
like that. I no, I like the ending part because it actually represents. I'm a girl's dad, you know what I mean. So I I like the relationship that he had with his daughter. Despite what happened between him and his wife, him and his daughter had this relationship that was unbearable, and then she made him realize not who he was, but whose he was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one of the dopest parts about it. And he then too understands, like, okay, yeah, I just didn't pay attention, but he was there all along, and that was probably the dopest part. Like I cry on that part every time,
mm,
every single
yeah.
time, because it's a lot of people go through life not knowing that whether you like it or not, he is there. You know what I'm saying? And so, and whether you believe it or not, he's there. So I cry on that part all the time. That's the part that get me. And
Okay, that's a good
and the
one.
part and the part when Mike just throwing rocks at the river because he know he messed up.
Definitely messed up. My character, like Sonny, just wasn't humble enough for me.
Yeah,
He didn't get humble enough until the end. I needed you to be a
yeah,
little bit more humble, sir.
yeah.
I
You.
think
Oh,
I think what it was is I feel like he was humble, but the way Rachel treated him
Mm,
made him be the way that he was.
see
mm,
that right there,
mm.
Sonny. That that
That that right there is why she never took the time to learn how to cook you a good meal, even
that
after
was
the fact.
that's
That's
why
why.
Sonny cheated.
You know
He
what?
sat there and started there.
That
You know
low
what?
down right there.
I don't like that. I don't
he was
like
too
that.
busy. He was too busy getting other girls' hot pocket.
See what I'm saying? Like I just feel like Crystal gonna have to give Rachel some cooking lessons,
Yeah,
and that would have resolved it right there.
it
You know what I
would have.
mean? But these
Pam
is
had
your.
that spaghetti waiting on him.
But you know what they
Spaghetti.
be putting in that spaghetti,
Uh-oh.
sir,
I guess that's
sir.
what did it.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
I don't like this. I don't
He
like this
slipped.
for you, Michael.
He slipped and slid right up in it.
I don't like this for you, Michael. I don't
Hey,
like how
hey.
defensive you are for your character, you know? But
It's the
that just
character,
goes to
not me.
show I talk to people and they are so defensive when it comes to the characters that they play. Like they could be the biggest villain, but they like, let me tell you why though. Because and it's always a reminder of how you have to like become that person and you can't
Mm-hmm.
judge your character.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you're doing right now.
Hey,
I
And
don't
yeah.
like it, but I understand it.
even with the film, it had a don't judge a book by its cover sort of theme
Yeah.
because everybody in there had a demon that they were battling behind closed doors that nobody knew about. Of course, when you see somebody in person, you see them at face value, but you never know the demons that they're fighting. And everybody had a demon that they were fighting behind closed doors. Barb and Kiki, they had to, kind of, she had love for Aunt Barb, and Aunt Barb had more, love hate for her kind of thing, but not knowing what Kiki was going through, not knowing what Aunt Barb was going through, not knowing what Rachel was going through, not knowing, um, everybody in the film was going through something
Yeah.
simultaneously. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was this tug of war because you had issue versus issue, and is what I'm going through more important than what you're going through, or I'm not acknowledging what you're going through because this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of don't judge a book by its cover happening.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
also to bring awareness about prostate cancer was our thing too. Men need to go get checked out.
Yes,
Um,
please.
especially
Absolutely.
when you
Get your
reach
stuff
especially
checked out.
especially when you reach the age of Mike. When you reach Mike's age, you need to go get checked out often.
Why
And
don't we
then
share how old Mike is?
57
Hey,
years old.
I'm a proud 50.
There you
but
go, Mike.
in the
There you
film,
go.
what were you?
30.
48.
No, I was
No,
40,
I think it's
40,
46.
40 something.
46.
46.
46.
Oh, that would be
And
a good trivia question for
On
people.
crushonyou.com.
Mhm.
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
crazy thing is when I did the play and got the script, I was sitting there like, are y'all kidding me right now? Because I was real life living the
That's right.
script.
The script, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Mm,
Mhm.
first husband died of cancer. He was 46.
mm,
Yeah.
But
Wow.
a lot of the things that Mike did were done to me, and I can't go into it because I don't want to give the film away. But Mike was very similar to my first husband,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
and it was just kind of it was hard to watch at times, and because it was so eerie, like
You had gotten choked up a few times during like rehearsal.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we did the play,
Yep.
because I was
Mm-hmm.
like, did they just steal me? Like,
Wow. Wow. I got I got folks texting me and everything. So they said your character was 47.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
47. Okay.
Thanks,
47
everybody.
They
years
know
old.
they know
Right.
better than us, huh?
You never know where the messages and stuff are going to come
It's
from.
funny though, because when people love a film, they are so in tune with everything
Oh
that's
yeah.
done and said in the film. And I think with it being on Tubi and coming out of Detroit, people tend to watch closely and to scrutinize because they want to find something bad to say. They want to see if we still got the security tag on our clothes or
Mhm.
if the continuity was off. Like, so people pay close attention. I was in another film that was on Tubi that was released many years ago, over 15 years ago, and then they just came out on Tubi some 15 years later, and somebody was their friend was like, that's one of my favorite movies. She knew all my lines. She knew stuff that I couldn't even tell you. But that's how people that have an appreciation for the your body of work, they look at it intently, intensely, and watch everything, and they know it, and they've watched it 2 and 3 times, reciting the lines, can tell you what was going on, give you their interpretation of what the writer was thinking at that moment. I mean, people really, really get into the groove of it.
They do.
And I would say this, out of all the films that I was never on set on none of these films, but I was always there. Like, Melissa always had me on point on what was going on. And from what Mike had told me, from when they had told me, when we did the sound of Daddy I Love Him, it's like that's the least they ever did any ADR work ever. I think we had to replace 2 words on ADR, right, Mike? It was you that messed up, so you don't remember?
I was trying to think, was it more than that?
No,
we just had I know we had that one scene we had to redo.
Oh, that was Mike's fault too.
No, that wasn't my fault. No, yeah, it was.
We had to redo
something had got missing. Something was missing. A scene missing, and I was.
The hospital part.
I'm not gonna say I'm glad it was missing, but I'm glad we added what we added to it, because I feel like that brought more intensity to that scene.
Now, do you know what my biggest regret was for the film?
Was that?
It's when we were outside doing the backyard scene, sitting at the patio table, that we didn't capture that footage the first time when we were just doing the read through.
Yeah.
Because that was the most authentic, raw, organic thing. It was like, it didn't get captured.
Yeah.
And I couldn't recapture it.
I like to say this too, Tam, to everybody who worked on Daddy I Love Him. To me, I think Daddy I Love Him was one of the films that broke the monotony on what's going on today. You know what I mean? I was getting scrutinized, like, how y'all gonna have one person I know for sure, like, they need to hope that they do okay because it's a faith-based film and it ain't gonna do nothing because I know what I know. And I was like, tell them to do whatever. And our premiere was the bomb. Our premiere was the bomb. People came out. Crystal sent people there. Crystal had a lot of people show up our premiere was good. And I just say the monotony because we didn't have no sex. It wasn't no cussing at all.
And that's what makes the film so great and so un-Tubi-like, because we're not the stereotypical Tubi film that everybody expects. Okay, everything got to be shoot 'em up, sex, wild and out. It was it wasn't like everything. What I and still to this day is I love the production side of it, working with the producers, the script. Everything was professional from beginning to end. It's like, I don't want to, they set the bar high. I wouldn't want to work with any other people because it was what I needed it to be. I mean, down to the days of your filming, it was down to a science, to the times, what time your scene is going to run, how many scenes we were doing in the day. Everything wasn't all over the place and topsy-turvy. There was so much order and professionalism to doing the film, and that's important. Not, of course, the product at the end, but leading up to it and putting it together, everything bar none was some of the best people I've ever worked with, as it relates to the production side, the script, how we were treated on set, what was available to us, knowing everything that they said that they were going to do, they did. Whatever you were supposed to get paid, you got paid. Whatever, wherever you were supposed to be, that's what took place. If you were going to film the TV, like everything was done to the letter and with professionalism. And I just love, from this hairstylist, the makeup artist, everything, costuming, it was on point.
I love
And
to hear
and
that,
so
and we need to hear that right now because it's no secret what's going on in the industry in Detroit right now, and
Mhm.
people are not going to be quiet anymore about being mistreated,
Yeah.
and it's
And they
important for us.
shouldn't.
And
Yeah,
so I'll say too, just to piggyback on you, sis, and just to say, Tam, I'll just give you guys your flowers now because I've worked with you guys over the years. Mike, we've done some plays, but I've worked with Melissa and Richard over the years and a few plays. And I was definitely used to a certain level of
Caliber. Yeah.
professionalism. So it kind of made it hard for me to go somewhere else and work. I love what I do, but you all know that I had stepped back for a while, and that's because my experiences were not the best. And so I'm not going to sacrifice anything, just to be out there and to be seen. That's not who I am. So I got out over the weekend and I saw the production that Naomi did, and it was just a really refreshing day to be able to see all of my peers and then to sit there in the audience to look on stage like, man, I gotta get a role. I gotta get a role somewhere. Where is the script at? Like, I need a script because I want to work with those kinds of people.
Yeah.
I've been watching from the sideline, looking at all of the stuff that's been going on here in Detroit, and it breaks my heart that things like this, these things are happening. So hats off to you guys.
Yeah.
Miles,
Thank you.
Mike, Richard, God rest your soul, your beautiful soul, Melissa.
Melissa. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because they set the bar at a point where Melissa told me out her mouth when she paid me right off the stage as soon as I walked off, and she gave me an envelope when I did Daddy I Love Him. And it was
Yep.
way more than what I thought I was going. And I was like, whoa. And she said, and this is your starting point. And don't let anybody give you anything less than this.
Amen.
And
Amen.
so I'm just, here's the flowers, guys. You guys are the bomb. Keep setting the bar. Keep making great movies. Keep respecting your artists. I love you. We love you.
Definitely.
Love you too.
And
I
you know
want
what?
one of them clappers.
And I'm
Yes.
Barb. I'm Barb. Got a word to everybody out there that's in this industry, because many of us have been in this industry a long time. First bit, treat people as you would want to be treated. Pay those people. You would never want to do a project and not get paid. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And the second piece of advice, know your craft, study. A lot of people get taken because they don't know the game.
Facts.
A
Yeah.
lot of people,
Yeah.
so many people want to be in 24 films just to line their resume with a bunch of stuff, but work on quality and not quantity, and learn about your contracts, learn certain things, because I've seen even on Facebook how people side slick stuff just for, well, I'm not going to pay you because you didn't promote the film.
Oh my
Well,
God.
was it in the contract? If advertising is not a part of the contract, I'm not obligated to do certain things. That is an addition. That's what advertising and marketing is for. But people don't know the language. People don't know the industry. People don't know union versus non-union. And then when they get taken, some people want to play the victim. Now, there are some people who have been taken advantage of, but there are some people that get taken advantage of because of their own stupidity. You know how they say ignorance of the law is no excuse? It's the same thing for the industry. And if you don't know that you're working with slick people, then you're ignorant to who you're working with. Check out who you're working with. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with saying no to a role, no to a movie, no to a play. Everything is not meant for you. And so everybody keep, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take everything I meant. And when you start getting taken by some of these slick folks, the slick as hen piss, because you didn't do your
As
due
what?
diligence, slick as
Say that
hen piss.
hand
Slick
piss. I'm writing that
as
down,
hen
baby, because I'm
piss.
using that. Hold on.
Yes, because you didn't do your due diligence. And then it's important for us to speak up. I
Yeah.
don't do Facebook beefs and Facebook fisticuffs, but if I see a project that is being put on by someone who has habitually not paid people, I will text you or call you or put a bug in your ear like, hey, you might want to take a look at some things. I can't tell you what to do, but I can only let you know what could possibly happen. And one of the people that would always do that was Melissa.
Definitely.
Melissa always put you up on game on who was and wasn't. There was another production I did. Melissa
Absolutely.
told me, if you're going to do it, you should be wise to this. And boy, am I glad I listened, because I took my money off the top when I sold some tickets, and everybody else in that production did not get paid. I was one of the
Wow.
only ones that got paid.
One thing with Chris, what you said though, the reason why I like people, a lot of people are not coachable. You feel
That
me?
too.
And when you're not coachable, you wind up getting got. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a one-sided mind, like just oh no, it has to go this way, you're going to get messed over. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're not coachable, you're going to lose. You feel
Yeah.
me? Even the greatest, you could be the best athlete in the world, but if you're not coachable, you will not win a championship. Kobe
Okay.
Bryant, Michael Jordan have showed us that the coach is the one who come in and tell you, pass the damn ball. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now the team winning. And so
Absolutely.
what I tell people here is we got to think, if you can make 12 movies, but if you make one great one, you'll be better off. Michael,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Listening
Coogler.
is key. Listening was a theme in our film for tonight, and it's something that we are pushing for everybody to do.
Yeah.
When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to those of you who want to progress in the industry, you got to listen, be
Mm-hmm.
coachable, um, read your contracts.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody ain't hating on you.
yeah, and
Woo!
yeah, and pray
Right. Right.
and pray about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Okay,
said
Yeah.
that,
bring it
Chris.
back to pray about it, because what I find is that God be real quick to answer my prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes He give me the answers that I don't really want, so I end up still doing what I want to do myself. But it don't be Him; it be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It be me. And so don't be afraid to have a conversation with him about the things that's going on in the industry too. So Rose, I am, I'm hearing you, and I hear you say, I'm just over here on the side. I'm watching what's happening over here. But there are so many talented people that I feel sit over on the sideline because they don't want to be a part of the riffraff. And that's fair. That's totally
Mhm.
understandable. I wholeheartedly get it. But honestly, my prayer for this industry is that we can get to a place where your talent will supersede your popularity and the need for people to be greedy
Mhm.
and for them to have no integrity and unprofessionalism. I am praying that there is an evolution that happens here, because it's so much talent. There's so much
Yeah.
talent here. And for so many of those people not to get the shine that they deserve, it is extremely unfortunate. And we should not have to have people coming in from out of state to teach us these types of lessons, because at the
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Uh-oh,
don't say like,
somebody to
oh, we're
call.
from here. They're right now. They are not in tune with what happens in Detroit, in this storytelling industry, because all of this stuff is interconnected. People that's doing plays is doing movies, that's writing books. So it's a small community. And so we should never get comfortable with allowing somebody to come in from the outside and to mistreat people, number one, and then to gaslight us as if we're the ones who are wrong for not supporting, and that they're not, for not having any integrity or professionalism.
Fact.
You got
Look,
to get back on
your
top of
talent will
that.
get
If
you in
you're
the
here,
room. Yeah, your talent gonna get you in the room. Your integrity is what's gonna keep you.
absolutely,
Yeah.
it never goes out of style. Class, professionalism, integrity, it never goes out of style. It doesn't. People will respect you more and longer if you treat them the right kind of way.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm gonna get off my little piece of
Soapbox.
soapbox real fast. Cause listen, y'all, I usually do an hour, right? Now we at the 8:11 hour. I must like y'all a little bit of something. I was like a little bit of something.
What?
So, for all of you all who still here with us, I'm so glad you are. This is the cast of Daddy, I Love Him. We have had us a great time talking about
Yeah.
film. And if you know anything about Tam Telling Tales, then you know that I also like to talk about books. We always incorporate a little literature into our conversations. And so I want to take this moment, since we're near the end of our interview, to ask our cast members if they are currently reading anything right now, or if they have a favorite author or book. And so I will start with Rose.
Me? Oh, okay, good. It's funny because I am currently reading something that's actually right here. This
Hey.
is The Black Woman's Psychological Diet,
Oh,
feeding on truth, positivity, and shaping our mental reality. It's written by Dr. Missy Muhammad, the Black Woman's. Yep. Yeah.
I love
There we go.
it. I love
Yeah.
it. We're gonna take a note. Take a note of that. Miles is excited to share his book with us because he has his up too. I absolutely love that y'all just got these paperbacks and these hardcovers just accessible like this. Oh, I love it so much. Miles, tell us about this one.
The Four Seasons.
The seasons.
No,
The
the four
Four Seasons.
seasons. The Four Agreements.
Okay. I was about to say. Now I
And,
recognize that
I
cover.
mean,
I know it ain't the
right.
four seasons.
And the Four
What's the
Seasons.
name of it?
The Four Agreements.
Four agreements.
Four agreements.
I every time it comes up, I always tell people, I'm like, it's a Tam Telling Tales fan favorite. So
This right here.
yes, if the red carpet is where it's the most popular. So I had to make sure I got my copy of it. I didn't brought copies for other people and everything. It's definitely one of the books that people come and they're like, I read it, I reread it. So
Yeah, this is like my fourth copy.
yeah, that's a fave for sure.
Okay.
I mean,
I have to grab
Um
that.
Mike, what you reading, sir?
nothing.
Scripts.
I
Bricks.
always give my actors a pass though, because scripts are reading,
Scripts. So, actually, yeah. So, one of the scripts that I'm actually in the process of reading right now is a script that Richard just finished completing, which is, if you came to see the stage play When the Smoke Clears, it is going to be a movie.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Come on
Yeah.
in. Stage to film.
Stop, Miles. Stop.
Stop, Miles. Don't do that. Don't do
You a
that.
man. You a man.
You're right.
And then
But I have picked up some books recently. I do pick up a lot. I buy a lot of books
okay.
that I do plan on reading at some point. But I definitely always support. So
TBR.
keep them coming.
Okay. And I know you probably got some books for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yep.
Crystal.
yes. The book I'm currently reading is Facebook. Um,
Bam. You know what? You know what?
I'm just trying to finish my dessert cookbook, and I did start writing basically a book for entertainment on professionalism. It was for comedy, but it can be used in other facets of entertainment. And then I went to a concert yesterday, and I went to a show the other day, a play the day before. And I said I need to kind of try to incorporate some of that into the book, because some of the things that go on in front of the stage, on the stage, and behind the stage, we just have to do better. We have to do better as patrons, concert goers, play goers, just etiquette on and off the stage, starting on time, uh, how to conduct yourselves. And so yeah, I've started writing. I need to get back to it. I'm a person, I do a lot. So I go, I just came off from doing my show, and I'm not I don't discuss all it, but I wasn't 100% when I did the show, and I'm not really healed yet. So I'm trying to, do some things. I'm sure people can tell I'm a lighter Aunt Barb. I'm about probably 50 pounds down from when I filmed Daddy, I Love Him.
That's dope.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gone. Gotta need a little. Okay. This not about me. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I love this. This is like my favorite part of the day. It's like when I can leave that other place that they call a job and come and do this, then I'm like, oh, yes, I love it. And I love the film. So it's definitely helpful that I get to sit with you all and genuinely mean it when I say that I enjoyed this film. I'm glad I got to watch it again, even if it was for the purposes of the interview. I love when I actually don't be ready to turn it off.
Yeah.
Not good, So, thank you guys so much for being here with me on tonight. For all of you who are watching, I want to make sure that you know where you can find all of our cast members and our writers. So we're going to go around. Everyone is going to tell you where they can be found on social media. We'll go ahead and start with Miles.
Miles Dixon on Facebook. You will see my avatar at the Rising Ground Morning Show logo. M Dixon 313 on Instagram, and that's it. We can find me for right now. Oh, you can also find me this Sunday at a comedy fundraiser I'm hosting at City Praise Cafe. Crystal, I'm gonna make you proud of me one day, and I'm doing my first
Gonna do
stand
your
up.
stand up.
November 1st. Yep.
November 1st. Okay. Oh, with Tom P.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mr. Jeffers, where can the people find you?
Well, the people can find me everywhere under Mike Raw Voices, and it's Mike MikeRawVoices, and that'll get you on everything.
But Mike got a new movie too, just dropped on Tubi too.
Yes, I do. And I knew this was the focus on Daddy, I Love Him, so I didn't want to be all,
This your moment right here, because we got to
Yeah.
allocate like 3 minutes to the people telling us what else they got going on. So, boom,
All right,
it's your
so I'm gonna
moment.
take 2.5. Y'all get 50 seconds. No, just no, and it's supposed to be 30 seconds. But anyway,
I'm glad you caught that. I was thinking that I wasn't gonna say nothing.
No, so Bad Day is streaming on Tubi and Amazon Prime right now, and it's going crazy right now. I just needed to keep going crazy. It's been popular for like 4 or 5 days now.
That's awesome.
And I just needed to stay there for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year.
Awesome. It's the male straw. That's what they calling it. It's the male straw, y'all. Check it out.
That's what they saying,
Okay, well, Crystal, you're up, ma'am.
Just go to my website, crystalpiscrazy.com. CrystalPiscrazy.com. Sign up for the newsletter so you can find out where I'm going to be, where my upcoming shows are. We don't spam you. We only send out notifications and newsletters when I have something coming up. And also, if you want to connect to me on social media, go to my website, scroll down, all my social media platforms are there. You can just click right from the website. So go to the website, sign up. Simple. CrystalPisCrazy.com.
Baby, that was it right there. Okay.
That right there. That right there.
And check out the website and tell me how you like the website. My nephew actually did it.
Absolutely. I'm sure going over there because you sold me, honey.
We got merchandise and everything.
Ooh, we
You
get
sold
merch, so we can get merch too.
listen. Okay, Rose. Last but certainly not least, take it away, ma'am.
Yep, my name is Rose Gates. You can reach me at Rose Gates Calloway because I got married in April on Facebook.
Come on in, get your man.
April 12th.
And
April
Rosie B
12th.
for April 12th, Rosie B 408, Rosie B 408 408 on Instagram.
I love it. Come on then, newlywed.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, listen, everybody. We have come to the conclusion of our interview with the cast of Daddy, I Love Him. We are going to put up the movie poster for you all to see. So just in case you said, "Oh, I need to figure out what I'm supposed to be looking for," you should
Hey, where I go?
probably see this one. Now, maybe there might be, another version because sometimes the people they flip these movie posters up on us, right? Look for this face and look for this name.
Mhm.
Okay, it's the greatest love story. You see these faces, look for these faces and y'all watch this movie, okay? And you guys, just do me a favor too, right?
Mhm.
I'm Tam Telling Tales.
Go
Okay.
read a book.
And I would greatly appreciate if you guys would see this face. Here, I'm about to bring my face up so y'all can see me, right? Real quick. I really want y'all. Okay, well, let me hold on, we go. Okay.
There we go.
I really want you guys to make sure that you share, like, and subscribe to Tam Telling Tales because I will always come and bring y'all some great conversation, just like I did on tonight. And all I ask is that y'all share, like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell people about me. I would greatly appreciate that so much. And so before we leave out for the night, I would like to bring back my cast and we're going to do the final outro for the show, okay?
Okay.
It is real simple. I do the first part. I say, I'm Tam, I'm telling tales, and then you all
Read a book.
say, read a book.
Read a book.
Okay? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
ready, Miles? Okay, Miles
Right,
is
we gotta
back.
make sure you
And we
came back.
need part
Are
two,
you
Miles.
ready?
We need Daddy, I Love Him part two.
We didn't talk about that.
All right, you guys. So I'm Tam. I'm telling tales.
Read a book.
Read a
Read a
book.
book.
Read a book. Hold on.
Bye.
We did that all beat. We was all we like.
Y'all
Okay.
fine. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell people bye.
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 Deuces.
Bye.